Hello everyone. This is a speed run for Resident Evil 1 Jill scenario on normal mode. I say speed run, but it's a speed run for me, and this is not a speed run for, world records or anything. This is mostly just to show you how to get the infinite rocket launcher and the infinite samurai edge if you didn't get them already. You'll notice I have the infinite samurai edge already. That's because I loaded a clear data from my walkthrough. I don't use it that much, but when I do use it, it's, you could imagine using a pistol because it's just as strong. It's just a normal pistol if it had, like, infinite ammo. But, yeah, I only use it a few times, so... pretty much what I'm doing here is I'm going through the cold feet scenario. It's just a faster way of getting through this beginning jargon with Barry and stuff. But yeah, if you didn't notice, this is a post-recording. I'm not doing this real time. Mostly just because I needed to concentrate for this, and yeah, like, I have a few hiccups here and there, but they're not that bad. Okay, so we start off by going either up the stairs or underneath the stairs, but I'm using like shitty stair skating here. Get the lockpick, and then we head back through the dining room. We need to head to the murder hall to get the arrowhead, so we can get down to Trevor's crypt, where we get our sword key and learn about the death masks, which we will be getting with that sword key, so yeah. Also, if you want to watch this with no commentary, this will be uploaded, no commentary, to my alternate channel. It'll be in the pinned comment below if you're interested. But yeah, just thought I'd add some commentary just to, throw my input out there if it's needed, or explain certain things that I do. But yeah, I'm not that great with the stair skating, so like it doesn't look good when I do it, but I try. Try to sneak around this guy. I think I succeed here. But how you stair skate is you need to use tank controls, and you just hold the direction you want, and you just fucking mash the run button, which on the Xbox controller for me was the X button using Type A. Yeah, I get grabbed here. I don't have any defense items yet, so that was one of a few bites that I take. I try to avoid enemies. You can't always. I mean, I guess you can if you're good enough. I'm not. So I pick up every defense item that I come across. And yeah. Usually they work almost 100% of the time on zombies unless they grab you from the back. That's a guaranteed bite, so try to avoid getting grabbed from the back. I actually get grabbed from the back coming back up from these stairs. It annoyed the hell out of me. Alright, so we're gonna try to maneuver around this guy here. I used the samurai edge. I was trying to stun him, but it didn't really work. By the time I was done, he was already up the stairs, so. Alright, examine this. Move the arrowhead and then use it. This will open up, and then we gotta make our way downstairs. Alright, head to the back of the room, and then we'll get the book. Yeah, examine the back of it, and there will be a key. You can read the book if you want to, but for time's sake, we're gonna avoid it. Every cutscene and every bit of time in the game counts towards the overall in-game time, so I try not to waste time if I can help it. Yeah, the camera winds up screwing me here, and I get grabbed from behind somehow, but I'm already put into caution, hooray. I'm not the best Resident Evil player. I know the game enough to get through it quickly anyway, but we are going for the worst ending in the game. It's the fastest, which requires you to save no one. And we avoid making Vigil and doing anything that would drag out time unnecessarily. I thought about going for the dagger, but decided against it. I didn't want to waste any time, and the one dagger's not really worth it. There's an additional dagger underneath this cabinet here. You'll notice we're in low caution. That's no bueno. Also, another note here is if you go through this hallway a second time, dogs will pop through the window, so try to avoid going through it more than once. We're not going to, so it's fine. You go through this door here. We're going to go outside and grab the plant chemicals. Try not to dawdle out here. There's a green herb, but dogs also hop over the fence after a minute, so I just wanted to get out. There's not too many enemies that can really get in our way from here to the save room, so we're alright. We're going to go in here and get a defense item. We skipped the cutscene, so we pretty much get around all the wasted time. Yes, the defense items are worth it when you're not particularly great at dodging like me. I use tank controls for areas like this that have a lot of changing cameras. We're going to go in here and get our shotgun. Like I said, the infinite handgun it's nice when you're like stuck, but the other weapons in the game are way better. So I go out of my way to get every weapon that I can. Alright, we are going to have Barry save us here. This always happens with Jill, unless, I'm actually not entirely sure how you can mess this up. But you have to interact with both doors in order to trigger Barry to come. Alright, skip that cutscene, go to the double doors here. Now, the first shot of your shotgun will always decapitate if you're aiming upwards. So we use that on the zombie on the ground level in this room. Gonna head in the save room, and I think I deposit a few things. I'm not entirely familiar with what I do in the save room, so probably wondering why I don't just deposit the infinite handgun. It's an infinite handgun, so I mean, I do use it sometimes, but once I get more shotgun ammo, I pretty much just deposit it and never use it again. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry. All right. Excuse me. Heading upstairs, I'm gonna try to dispatch these two zombies. I try to stack them on top of each other to burn them both at the same time, but that doesn't quite work out so well for me. As you can see, they kind of spread themselves apart, which is a dick move, but whatever. Anyway, we're gonna go get the lighter, and then we can use the kerosene on them. We're just gonna run around this zombie here. He's pretty easy to dodge for the most part. Just beeline around him. Grab the dog whistle. We're going to need it. There's a lighter here. There's also ammo in the near the dog whistle, but infinite handgun, so I don't need it. You'll find handgun ammo all over the place in your playthrough, so really, you're not going to rely on the handgun too much in this. I don't use any amount of handgun rounds that I wouldn't have on me at the time, so you can just imagine if it's a regular handgun. I don't even think I use more than 15 shots. I had to go deposit something real quick, so I kind of goofed here. Yeah, we refill the kerosene. Okay, I guess that's all I had to do was refill the kerosene. Easy enough. Alright, I'm gonna try to avoid the zombies in here for right now. Yeah, this zombie's randomized most of the time, but usually he's in a position where you can just get around him. I have run into him before, it happens, but yeah. Get the acid rounds, but now we're out of space. That's fine, because we're heading to another save room anyways, so we'll just deposit them there. I go to use the dog whistle and I kind of mess up because I have a full inventory right now, so I couldn't pick up the collar. You'll see what I do. It wastes time, but I get it to work. Pardon me. I try very, very hard to, like, make this as easy as I can for you, so I would recommend coming to do this with as little in your inventory as possible. Alright, blow the dog whistle. Now these dogs are kind of a pain in the butt. I usually always have trouble with them. They always either bounce off of me or grab your arm. But yeah, I don't have any space and I have nothing to use, so your only option at this point is to go inside. It'll ask you to discard the dog whistle, discard it, and then come back out and just reset. But I tried to go through the door, discard it, go in and then immediately re-enter, grab the dog collar, and then get out. I try to go for green herbs, I think, because the dogs hit me a couple times, and that winds up getting me grabbed, I think, and I was yelling at my screen at this point. Yeah, you'll find that when, oh, I don't actually go for the green herbs. Maybe that was a previous run that I did. But yeah, when I'm playing without recording, a lot of the times I tend to swear at my fucking screen. Alright, this is where I use my pistol again. I got really lucky and scored a critical there. You have a small chance to critically kill a zombie with a headshot. It doesn't always happen, but I'm not even gonna guess at the chances. But there is a chance that your pistol will headshot a zombie. It's very small, but it does happen sometimes. You have to stand right on the corpse in order for it to work. Easy peasy. Alright, I learned from my full inventory that I really need to do some inventory management, so I clear some space here. I put away the sword key. I think at this point you don't actually need it anymore, but I thought about it and I was like, well, maybe I need it for the door upstairs. You don't. I'm fairly certain you don't need the sword key anymore. I actually still don't quite remember. I know that once you get the armor key, you no longer need the sword key. That's what we're doing now. We're gonna run through the murder hall. We're going through this door. I only go through this door twice in this playthrough. We run past him. Crimmy gets up. He will now be in that hallway. We're gonna kill him later. Because we need to run through there to save time. You could run all the way around, but that's like 2 to 3 minutes that we just don't need to waste, so. Alright, this will go down. You know the drill. Walls closing around you, and then the fucking statue comes out and tries to murder you. With that sound, like, Jill's probably sweating bullets right now, like... Come on, turn into the fucking key. Okay, alright, that's great. Yeah, just put it in the fucking thing. Alright, so you use that there. Calls off the statue. Walls go down, and you get your armor key. Now that we have the armor key, we can start collecting our death masks. And the first one that we're going to get is in the... I'm trying to remember. I think the first one we get is in the room where we use the plant chemicals. So we're going to head down that way real quick. I'm going to take a drink. I also hope you guys are enjoying the Resident Evil 1 walkthrough that my friend is editing for me. I'm actually enjoying it myself with the edits. It's actually pretty funny. The Chris playthrough is also, once that's finished, I'm going to have him edit that as well. That's going to be a lot of fun. I've never actually played through the game as Chris before. And it's because it's a playthrough, I've already made my walkthrough. I'm literally just going to have fun with it, so I'm going to use the infinite rocket launcher that you get from doing the speedrun. And yes, in case you're wondering, it does carry over to both characters, so you don't need to worry. If you beat the game and get it as Jill, you also get it as Chris. My shitty attempts at stair skating. It does save a little bit of time. I only use it in areas where there's a lot of stairs, so like you'll notice sometimes I don't actually use it. Only if there's a lot of stairs. But we're going to go get our grenade launcher right now because this item is it's one of our main weapons. We actually use this throughout like the entire playthrough, so definitely grab it. Sure, the shotgun's nice, but it can't kill hunters in one shot, so definitely take it. You also need it for Plant 42. You also need it for Yawn. Very, very important. Now, sure, you could beat the game without it, but why? Why would you, though? It's also used to dispatch Crimson Heads, like, rather quickly, so... It's nice for burning bodies when you don't have kerosene. It's just amazing. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna, I guess I'm gonna come over here and waste time doing this. I actually decided to abuse the infinite handgun here and drop these zombies. I try to do so in a place that's convenient. But what actually winds up happening is I wait too long and these two actually come back as Crimson Heads. As you can see, I did not have enough luck to headshot either of them. I was gonna go get the kerosene, but then I thought about it and I decided against it. I'm like, well, I have a grenade launcher. I should be fine. But what I'm actually doing here is I'm using the armor key on that door Just that way when we get to the last door, it clears up an inventory space and it'll just discard it from our inventory. So that was actually a strategic use of the armor key on my part. I'm actually not too concerned about the Crimson Heads. Like, you'll see how I take care of them later. You could do it the same way, it's fine. I use the grenade launcher. You have plenty of grenade rounds. I think each of them take 2 or 3, but because they're stacked on top of each other, I hit them both with 1. And the other two I use individually. You'll see what I do. But if you don't want them to come back as Crimson Heads, go back to the save room, get some kerosene, and burn them. And don't worry, I finished this game in 2 hours, like almost exact, so you'll have plenty of time to mess around and do stuff like that. You can even go the long way around the 1 Crimson Head in the murder hall if you don't want to do the strategy I do later. It'll add 3 minutes onto your overall thing, but you have to beat the game in under 3 hours, which we more than manage. A zombie busts through the balcony where we had to get the collar. By the time you get to the stairs, he just immediately comes through. So when you go through this area later, there will be a zombie here. Unless you don't come back in here at all, then he is replaced with a hunter later. But you don't really got to worry about that. I don't really have too much trouble with the hunters. Like, I had trouble one time, but I just reset the room and said, fuck it. You'll see what I mean. It's actually pretty funny what wound up happening. Alright, so now we're gonna go... I think we go use the chemicals right now and get our first death mask. Hopefully I said that right. I thought I said like first death mask. Alright, so grab the battery pack there. Excuse me. Go in this door. Now, once you get this death mask, zombies are going to come through those windows. You could just beeline out of there. You don't have to waste time. Alright, use the chemicals. And you could just mash X or A here, because the first option is the right one. Obviously, you know what happens if you hit the green one. You just kill all the herbs. Don't actually need to... I think I use one and then take one because I thought I took damage. I can't remember if I did or not. Either way, doesn't matter. First death mask. That's like a tongue twister for me. First death mask. Because we're getting the bad ending, we're never coming in this room again, so... Or this area, I mean. So... Once we're out of here, we are out of here for good. Unlock this door. This connects to the... Where does this connect? I think yeah, this hallway here. Which is where another death mask is, but we actually need to do some stuff before we get that, so... Just follow along. Obviously, you can sequence break the things that I'm doing if you want. This is just how I prefer to do it. I've played through this game several times now, always as Jill, but I've pretty much memorized the layout of the mansion, and the little strategies that I choose to use are the ones that work for me. But that's the beauty of this game. Feel free to find your own way. Speedrunners have their own methods. I pretty much learned most of what I know from Carcinogen SDA and other speedrunners I've seen on GDQ. Also, I recommend checking out those channels. They're fantastic. Carcy's still like one of my favorite speedrunners. Alright, so we just run around him. He didn't even lunge, so we got lucky. Alright, once you light these candles, the zombie busts through the door, so we're gonna, take care of the zombie that's hiding in here first. I just decided to, mag dump him just because you're never gonna come in this room again, so you might as well just, you know, make sure he doesn't get back up. Alright, you can't actually grab the music notes until you light this, so dispatch him, light it, then grab it. You could just run into him and waste a defense item. I just decided not to. We're just gonna lure this guy around, and we're out. And that's it. Like I said, you don't even need to really kill that zombie. If you want, you could just lure him around the table. Light it, go in, grab the thing, but then you might get, like, pincered by both of them, so I just decided not to risk it. Don't want to risk the bite, and I don't want to waste a defensive item. I could always use that stuff. Usually I just run into them, but I just said screw it. I was gonna burn them, but I was like, I don't have my kerosene, so meh, whatever. So at this point, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. I don't actually remember what I did exactly. I think I run downstairs and do the music notes mask. Or not the music notes mask. You use the music notes to get another key, and then we use that key to go fight Yawn, which is also where we get our upgraded shotgun. Now, I should mention this. You don't actually have to get the shotgun the way that I do it. You can still get it later. I just wanted it on me because it's a better shotgun. Alright, so grab this. Because we are going to need it where we're going. I also get really lucky here, too. You'll see what I mean. I just decided to abuse the infinite handgun again and mag dump this guy. Scored another lucky-ass headshot. I don't know if Barry's custom Bertha has like a higher chance to headshot. I'm not entirely certain. But I just thought I got lucky twice. I was like, well, fuck. But you can also just use the shotgun there too, it's fine. Alright, grab the music score, combine it with the notes that we picked up in that room, and then walk over and use it on the piano. That was a good note. Alright, pick up this golden emblem here, replace it with the shitty one. You're pretty much just swapping the two emblems. You're taking the other one to the dining room, using it there, and then we're going to do the clock puzzle. Get our key, go fight Yawn, and his two Crimson Head Guardians that I kind of left for myself. Consider it like a handicap on my part since I'm using a damn infinite handgun. Which I'll be getting rid of, don't worry. It's not staying with me for the entire playthrough. I feel like I earned the right to use it. I beat the damn game. I even got the good ending under 4 hours. Like, that's pretty damn okay. Alright, the puzzle is the answer is on the wall on the left. It's the answer is 6 o'clock. The long end needs to go through the helmet, the short end needs to go through the armor. So just make it 6 o'clock, exit, and then you'll get your key. Hooray. This is a one-time use key, so once you use it, it's gone. So don't be afraid to, you know, run out of inventory space. You're probably not going to run into anything between here and there. But we're headed back to where Richard's at. My stair skating looks funny. I don't know why. I don't know how Carsey mashes the button that fast. Like, it doesn't even look like he's doing anything. It's just a lot of practice. But you could see their crimson heads, so I equipped the grenade launcher. I got really fucking lucky there. He's dead. They do that particular animation when they die. The one where they like shamble a little bit and then fall. That's it. Now they're dead forever. So we don't have to worry. In this playthrough, I decided to, kill Yawn to get the achievement for beating him here. You don't actually kill him, you just scare him off. I used the handgun for that. You'll see what I do. It's essentially the same strategy I used for my walkthrough. I just used a few handgun rounds. It doesn't take much. Alright, use the key. And I actually got through this without taking a bite, so... You just got to abuse the supports in the room. He cannot attack you through them. Hey, baby. Alright, Richard comes in. I just decided to grab the mask real quick, just so I'm not worrying about it. That way it's in my inventory and I can just concentrate on avoiding him. I think what winds up happening is you get the mask and then you just leave, and then once you leave you hear Richard scream, assuming that he's dead. And then when you get down to Neptune's tank, you'll actually find his shotgun down there once you drain the water. So you don't need to get it now, I just chose to because I want to use it. So we could say goodbye to Richard, he's dead. You cannot skip this, I tried. There's just some cutscenes you can't skip, and that's one of them. I decided, yeah, like I said, now to start attacking him. I feel like I got lucky dodging him one of these times. But yeah, we beat him. You'll know when he's done because he'll go up into the ceiling. I didn't get it on Steam, so I really wanted to get it here, and there it is. The, waiting to exhale fucking achievement name. I love that achievement name, it's so funny. But yeah, we equipped the shotgun, and we're not unequipping it. Now, you can use the other shotgun to, like, dispatch a couple zombies if you want. But, no point. Just inventory it, it's not gonna matter. Those extra 2 shots don't really count for anything. Unless you're having a really hard time getting through this. I would say the beginning of the mansion's actually like really good practice. I would just do what I did, just play it over and over again until you just get the rhythm down. Most of the zombies do the same stuff all the time. Alright, so this is the answer to the puzzle. It's the halberd, the axe, the shield, and then the sword pushes itself in, and that's the puzzle. Hit the button, and then this comes up. You get a box, and in the box is our 3rd death mask. I think it's also good to know that you will not be needing the lighter anymore, so you can just get rid of that unless you plan on burning some zombies, but I do not use it anymore after this, I don't believe. So I just discard it and just leave it. Yeah, Jill's worst ending playthrough is actually pretty easy. You don't waste any time screwing around, it's just get through the game. The worst ending entails letting Barry die and not rescuing Chris. But letting Barry die gives us access to his Magnum, which is the strongest weapon in the game, like next to the rocket launcher that you get for fighting Tyrant. But yeah, the flame rounds here, definitely pick those up. We need those for Plant 42. Yeah, keep everything else in my inventory. I don't know why I have all these weapons in here. You don't need the grenade launcher anymore. Or wait, yes you do. Never mind. I think I discard the handgun here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know why the hell I would keep it. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, I want the grenade rounds because I use them on Trevor, but yeah, for some reason I put the damn shotgun away like an idiot. I should have put the handgun away because I'm not going to use it anymore. At least I don't recall using it. Maybe I do. I don't know. We go through this door 2 times. We go through it once to get to the door where we use... This is the last door that we use the armor key on. We're not going to kill him yet. We will later. Alright, so the puzzle in here is as follows. Just hit this button once you enter the room. Don't mess with the others. And then when you get to the other side, hit the first 2. And then you solve the puzzle. Easy peasy. And I believe it's the same on every single playthrough. Get our 4th and final death mask here. And then this door leads to the graveyard. I don't believe there's any zombies out here, so you're free to walk around and not worry about it. They despawn once you... I think either once you finish that puzzle or once you have all the death masks. We're going to walk back here, grab these shotgun shells that fat zombie was guarding earlier. There's 6 up here, and then there's 6 downstairs. The 6 downstairs happen after Trevor spawns. So we'll grab them after the boss fight. This is hardly a boss fight. This is just a Crimson Head. I was checking to see if I can get them now, but they're not spawned yet. So, put the death masks in their correct locations. Yeah, you need to stand correctly in front of each thing to use it. Like, it's one thing about these games that kind of bugged me, but it's their system. Can't argue with it. Alright, so the coffin will pop down. Alright. Trevor pops up. The first time you hit him, once he gets up after that, he's gonna become more aggressive and he's gonna start running at you. Takes 3 shots to kill him. If you don't want to use your incendiary rounds, which I advise against, I know my strategies and I know that they'll work. We need 3 rounds for Plant 42 later. I would recommend using your grenade rounds on Trevor here. 3 will kill him as well. And save your flame rounds for later. But, if you're careful, you can use 3 here to kill him as well. Just using the grenades is safer. Assuming you don't do what I did and leave 2 Crimson Heads to deal with later. Alright, so we go back through the gallery hall. You're wondering what happens if you fail this puzzle. All those crows come down and try to kill you. And then you need to leave the room and reset. I don't know why I'm just trying to shoot this guy with the handgun. No, I guess I just wanted to get around him. You could just lure him out and not waste the ammo. But what ammo am I wasting? It's infinite. Alright, a dog is right behind you, so hurry up and use this. And then go through the door to your right. Just haul ass out of there. Alright, there's some shotgun shells in here, a battery pack, and a first aid spray. I think I just decided to take all of it. I think I fuck up, and when I try to click on the first aid spray, I just go through the door instead. Yeah, so I pick it up on my way back. I don't need it. Okay, so the whatever these things are called, I don't remember, but the first one is west and then the second one is north. Yeah, sometimes you need to do it a few times. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mess up anything. Alright, and in this next area is where I would normally be getting my Magnum, but because we get berries, we don't actually need to do it. So, it's painful to leave it, I know. And it goes against everything that I believe in, but we're ignoring it this playthrough. Trust me, berries is better. It's a lot better. You only get 6 shots, but they're the only 6 shots you'll need. Alright, there's a lot of fixed cameras in these woods. You're making your way up to Lisa's cabin. Now, I was really hoping that I could get past Lisa without taking a hit in this playthrough. I fucking failed again. I don't think I've ever gotten past her in this cabin without taking damage before. I'm still waiting for the day where I can do it. Like, when I get the infinite rocket launcher, I will, because, like, it'll stun her. And I'll just keep fucking, like, pumping rounds into her ass until she, like, falls. You can knock her down. She's like Pyramid Head. You can stun her, but she will get back up and keep pursuing you. I don't know why the hell I'm keeping that goddamn pistol. I don't remember when I discard it, because I don't use it anymore. Like, I think I have it there as insurance, but, like, it's not that great of insurance. I was gonna save, but I was like, no, I'm pretty confident I can get through this without dying. Worst case scenario, I die and I have to redo the whole run over again because I haven't saved up to this point. As you can tell, in post, I survive. I only take 1 hit. I always panic when she fucking, like, gets me pinned against the wall. It's like, fuck, man. Every other playthrough I see, like, she swings early and misses. Never the case with me. I try to bait out her swing and everything. It just doesn't work. And yeah, just trying to go around her didn't work. So take a hit, leave. If you can get through there without taking damage, congratulations. You're better than me. But as you can see, like, it didn't drop me to super low health because I'm not limping. She hits really hard, but not enough to kill you. We're just gonna go around this guy. He'll puke on you. Like, I don't think he'll lunge at you in this area because there's on these hills it kind of counts as stairs, so you don't really got to worry about him. He's not a big deal. That's not to say he can't grab you. It's just I've always just had him throw up at me. Consider me lucky, I suppose. Alright, so we're headed back now. We're going to the residence. In the walkthrough, my friend put a picture of this band called The Residents. it's kind of like a weird inside joke between he and I. Like, we found this weird fucking video called Constantinople, like, back in 2010. And it's the weirdest fucking music video you've ever seen. But it's by a band called The Residents. They're kind of like... I don't know if you're familiar with Primus, but they're kind of like Primus. Just a little stranger, and... I wouldn't say they're as good, but... they're kind of like a little, like... got their little cult following, so... they're whatever. I mean, their shit's not that bad. It's not the worst stuff I've ever heard, but... the music video is weird. If you want to check it out, go check out The Residents Constantinople. It's really fucking bizarre. Alright, so we use the crank here. As I noted before, from the original game, there used to be snakes that would drop down here. They changed it a little bit. They still do, they don't pop down till later. And the snakes are much more aggressive in this game. I got lucky. I did get bit by one of them on the way back, I think, from doing the Residents, but it didn't poison me. So, thank my lucky stars for that one. But once I get to the Residents, I actually saved my game and I went to go do stuff for a bit. So, you'll notice that after I save, like, the music will skip or something. That's me returning from the game. Like... because this is done in post, you know, I'm just talking over it. Alright, there's the snakes. Just book ass. Don't hang out. Now, like, if one of them does happen to bite you, there are blue herbs upon entering this area, so don't worry too much about it. Don't gotta run all the way back to the mansion and get the serum. But yeah, I decided to just use that first aid spray and say fuck it. It's fine. There's plenty of first aid sprays and healing items. I grabbed the battery pack. We ain't gonna need the crank for a while, so we could just put that away. Get the grenade launcher with the 3 rounds. We're gonna need it. I grab some ink ribbons and then I save my progress and then I go do stuff for a bit. Alright. Moving on. We have to do a few things. Now, first things first, we're going to push this... well... oh, I forgot to deposit the stupid ink ribbons. Oopsie poopsie. Not leaving out anything. I think when I was editing this, I'm like, and I'm gonna call myself a dumbass for forgetting to do this. So, I'm a dumbass. Because I forgot to do that. Alright. Then we're gonna take this box and we're going to push it in front of this, there's 2 holes here. We're gonna push this in front of the first one, closest to these other crates. That'll allow us to climb over. If you try to run through this area without using the box, Plant 42's tentacle will come out and grab you. It does a little bit of damage, but it's mostly, like, for a scare. I don't feel like getting scared today, game. No thank you. Alright, there's spiders in here, so we're just gonna hurry up and get out. There's some shotgun shells on this table here. Grab them. And we need this red book. 100% need it. There's also a first aid spray here if you want it. I take it just in case. Sometimes those boxes can be like mixed herbs. I got really lucky there. He was spitting acid. Usually he's pretty kosher. He lets me pass, but that time he's like, nah, fuck you, man. Alright, so we climb over. I actually think I get bitten again here. Mostly because the camera fucked me. You'll see what I mean. cutscene. Walk in here. There's another cutscene. Immediately skip it. Then we're going to walk back. And there's a door right next to this door. Upon entering, it goes into a bathroom. It's very easy to miss. But once you enter here and pick up the key, you'll hear a door closing. That's a zombie walking through, and he's gonna walk through this room. So you could ready yourself with your shotgun and wait for him to come in. I tried, but for some reason I didn't auto aim, and I tried to go around him, and he fucking grabbed me from the back. So I decided to blow his fucking head off and go through the door. Just get unlucky sometimes, it happens, but it's alright. Because on normal mode, zombies' bites do a lot of damage, so. But I noticed that's like a mixed herb, so I was like, well, I don't really want to use it in case I get poisoned. Thinking about it now, there's really nothing here that can poison you at this point, other than those spiders, but you'd have to really fuck up to get poisoned by them. I think Plant 42 can also poison you, but I don't know how the hell you manage that. Well, that's not me flexing my my Pangus or anything. That's just I've never gotten poisoned by Plant 42. I don't know how you I guess if you get hit by his acid enough? I don't know. Anyway, we got the key, so we're heading back now to the room that's across the hall from our save room. It's a one-time use key, so discards after you use it. Don't ever keep those keys. They're worthless. There's nothing in this room worth taking, so once you go in, immediately go to the door to the right. And then drain the bathtub in here. The zombie on the ground will get up once you grab this key, so don't dawdle. The hanging zombie out there just fell. And he's getting up, so we're just leaving. There's nothing here that we need anymore. And we are taking this key down to the shark tank, because this is how we proceed to get our next key. The key that we need is the gallery key, which you would need to make V-Jolt, but we aren't making V-Jolt. Because making V-Jolt and using it takes up a lot of time. And I mean like about 10 minutes a time, so we're just not doing it. And I think that's like at its fastest. I think if you're like super quick and you do like proper stair skating and all that stuff, you can maybe do it in less time. I don't know why you would though. I don't know if it's possible to actually get the best ending in the game whilst hitting the 3-hour mark. I don't actually know if it's possible. I'm gonna look that up once I'm done doing this voiceover, because I'm actually curious. So we're making a bridge out of boxes. Jill could very easily just use 2, but no, she's playing it safe and using 3. I don't know why. They're buoyant enough and they're close enough together to where she could just hop on them or skip across. I mean, you're telling me you couldn't just hop over I could do that. And believe me when I say, I am not as agile as a STARS member. Not even fucking close. I play video games. I enjoy my sodas. I like to eat pizza every other weekend, you know, like shit like that. But I could have fucking made that jump. Either way, make your bridge of boxes. I think I decided to pick this up because I think I do get nipped by one of the sharks in here. I will say this every single time I go through the section. I have loved sharks since I was a kid. I don't know. They're one of my favorite animals. next to crows. Funny enough, both the animals in this game that try to kill you are amongst my favorite animals. I absolutely love sharks. But these guys don't love me. So we just need to run through here as quickly as possible. I decided to cut through the middle here. I think it's a little faster and a bit safer. But yeah, use the control room key, discard it, and I think I used the herb once I get in here just to... I guess I don't. Okay, never mind. Ignore that. Once you get down the ladder here, go to your left and examine the whiteboard that's on the table back here. Just whatever number it is, just keep that in mind. We got number 1 because you guys are number 1. Thank you, please subscribe. Anyway, you hit this button here. Neptune doesn't like that.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Alright, so keep that number in your head because you're going to need it. Activate with this terminal to the right and then immediately go behind it and activate this one to the left. These doors will come down, but they'll fail. Restore oil pressure. This is where that number comes in handy. Interact with this. There will be 3. 1 to 3. Hit the one that was on the whiteboard. And yes, it randomizes every time, so it's not going to be consistent. Alright, and then we're just doing this all over again. And then once the shutters close, interact with the first terminal that we tried using when we first came down here, and it'll drain the water, rendering Neptune helpless. Now, it is possible to avoid the whole Neptune thing that I'm about to do, but I actually don't wind up doing it for some reason. I'm not confident in my ability to get around Neptune without dying, because you can just hop down in the water, get the key while he's still alive, and just get out. Like, speedrunners do it all the time. I'm just not confident that I can do it. Now, sure, I saved before coming down here, but, like, I still didn't want to waste my time, so I just played it safe. There were some shotgun shells there. I grabbed them. This is the area where Richard's shotgun would be if you didn't do what I did. But you have to save Richard in order to get it, so try not to let him die. And only do it if you want the shotgun. If you think you can get through the game without it, don't even bother. You can just say screw Richard and get the death masks and all that stuff. You don't need the shotgun. I've seen people use the regular shotgun and get through the whole game, so it's doable. But we eliminate Neptune here just to make things easier on us, because we have to go right next to his little nose and get that key. I'd rather not be in his belly, if you know what I mean. Or her belly. I don't actually know what gender Neptune is. Doesn't actually matter because they're dead now, so. Poor shark. Goodbye, friend. It was nice knowing you. Also, have you guys ever been to, like, an aquatic zoo? Have you ever pet sharks? Their skin feels weird. It feels like 2000 grit sandpaper. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, enough nerding out about sharks. Hammerhead sharks are the best. Alright, so there's some magnum rounds there. We're ignoring them. I hate it. I really do, but they do not... I could be wrong, but I do not think that magnum rounds work in Barry's Magnum. I've never tried it. Because I've only ever done this bad ending, like, I think 2 times in my entire life, this being the second. But I just know that it's faster, and I know my my limitations. So we're pretty much done with the residents. All we have to do is go fight Plant 42 now. But, excuse me. I need a drink. We're gonna go... We have to take care of a bug problem. Funny enough, one of my favorite insects is bees. And funny enough, there's bees here. I think they're hornets, but close to damn enough, you know. But we need to get rid of these bees because they are making it impossible for us to get that key that we need to get into that room labeled 003. So take the insecticide spray and just immediately backtrack. There is a map of the residence on a wall over here that's covering a hole. We need to use this on that hole. Use the spray. Goodbye, friends. Alright. Now that they're done, we can now go back there and get our key. The last key that we need from this place. Well, actually, the key that we need from this place goes to the mansion. But we're on our way to go get that there key. I just mean there's no more keys that go to this particular place. Alright. Use the key here. Discard it. And now we need to do the book puzzle. Walk over here. This tells you about V-Jolt. If you don't know the recipe for it, just continue watching my walkthrough. I use V-Jolt in it, so I show you how that's done. So we're making a naked lady here. I think it's YouTube friendly because it's in a video game. So if you know what a naked lady looks like, solve the puzzle. I'm pretty sure the layout's the same every time, so you can just do exactly what I did there and you'll be fine. Alright, now once you get in here, equip your grenade launcher. Make sure you have your incendiary rounds. Incendiary rounds are important. Plant 42 is weak against them. So go up the stairs. Once you get to the top of the stairs, make sure you aim your grenade launcher up, otherwise you won't hit him. Hit him 2 times to get through the first phase. He's gonna close up his pod. And you can't hit him yet. Stay on this section of the stairs so you can see it. And once it reopens, go to the top. Aim up. There you go. Plant 42 is super duper easy. You don't gotta waste time standing in front of him because he will hit you a lot, knock you down. Pain in the ass. Just follow that. Very simple. Just make sure you aim your grenade launcher up. I can't stress this enough. Don't just shoot it. You will miss. But that's it. We got our final key for the mansion. So now we are just literally backtracking to the mansion. Hooray. I think I stopped by the save room to make, like, last minute drop-offs. I don't actually know if I do. Wesker. Run through here. And we can just run over the hole now, because Plant 42 is fucking dead. So we don't have to worry about it. See? No grabby tentacle arm thingy. It's great. I think I put the, I hope I don't put it away. Please don't put it away. I should have... Why? Just put the damn handgun away. I'm never going to use that handgun again. Wait. No, I do. I definitely do. I'm a fucking liar. I do use it one more time. In one spot. And we are actually getting to it, so you'll see. You don't actually need it. Like, it's not necessary. I was just playing it safe, you know. Skip the cutscene, and you'll notice that the paratrooper snakes are fucking gone. Like, they're not here anymore. Well, they've moved. Remember that area where we used the crank earlier? Yeah, they're there. There's also dogs here now, and I decide to kill them. There's only 2. I'm not in the mood for their bullshit. And I would like to come through here later and not have to deal with fucking dogs. So, you can do what I did and just instant kill them with the shotgun. 2 shots each. You're playing on lower difficulties, which I would advise you don't do that. I should probably put that in the disclaimer. Yeah, I get bit by a snake here, but I don't get poisoned. I was like, holy shit. Because these snakes have like a really high chance to poison you, so I lucked out. But if you do get bit and are poisoned, there are blue herbs in here. I don't pick them up because you have to run past dogs, but there are blue herbs there. I was saying something earlier. I don't remember. Oh, something about you cannot unlock the infinite weapons on difficulties lower than normal. So I would suggest playing through those difficulties for practice. Just so you can get used to the layout of the mansion and the residence and all that. If you want to memorize the game, play through it on very easy a few times and you'll learn it. This isn't a very difficult game. Like, I get it's like windy and there's a lot of like areas to go, but it's not that complicated. It just seems like a lot. Alright, there's no longer going to be a dog out here, but once we enter the mansion again, hunters are going to spawn. I get hit by them quite a lot here, far more than I did in my walkthrough. Oh yeah, that really hurts. They're not very strong, but they do a lot of damage. And what I was telling you earlier, how I got kind of like fucked by some hunters, it's in this room. It's actually pretty funny. I thought I was being cheeky. I'm like, I'm gonna lure them all in here and I'm gonna kill them both at once. It doesn't quite work out that way. Shotgun, and then this guy's just like, you fucking with my boy, and then I can't see. But that knife actually killed that hunter. That's what he's doing as he's dying. Like, that sound that they were doing, I actually thought that was, like, the decapitate move. They do have a move that kills you in one hit, and they do, like, a screech before they do it, and I thought that's what it was. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna get the hell out of here, because I took damage. No, that was the sound of a hunter dying, so I was probably fine. Now, the hunter that we killed is the one that was upstairs. So we kill this one. And I'm still thinking it's alive. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, where the fuck is it? So I reset the room. Do I deposit anything while I'm in here? I think I do, and oh, I combine those, yeah, and I get the acid rounds. Acid rounds are really good on hunters, by the way. Excuse me. They are good on Yawn, and they're good on hunters. I don't actually think they're very good against anything else. Yeah, I think I've tried using it against Plant 42, and it just doesn't work. Fire rounds are definitely the way to go. But yeah, I thought the hunter was up here somewhere, and he's not. And then I was just like, oh, I guess I killed him. So whatever. I'll take it, I guess. But I don't know why I came in here, because where we need to go is literally the opposite of where I was going. Alright, so we go down this hallway all the way at the end. And go through this room. This is also where you get the map of the second floor, but I don't get it because it takes time. Use the mansion key here. We got to do this like weird statue puzzle. This one kind of like the camera can get irritating because I don't know about you guys, but like when the camera shifts suddenly on alternate controls, like I lose control of my character. It doesn't happen all the time, but just sometimes it'll happen, and like it gets under my skin. Very annoying. But fortunately, I was able to do this all in one take. Like, I didn't have to reset this room. Because pretty much what happens is if you fail to get this thing where it needs to go, you just have to do it all over again. It's just a pain in the ass. So you hit the switch, immediately run back. And this is like, yeah, the camera like is really screwing with me. So I was just like, I don't have time for this shit. And I get really close here. Yeah, like it was really close to just pushing it back and resetting, so I lucked out. Alright, there's a dagger right here. Make sure you grab that. There's a hole. Jump down the hole and make sure you have an empty slot in your inventory. I think I wind up using my health item just to clear some space, but I don't remember. There's a journal entry there. Hit the button. There's some spiders down here. I would just advise just running through this hallway. Just don't stop for anything. Don't kill the spiders. Don't waste your time. Just run right through it. I use tank controls here. You're just zigzagging. That's all you're doing. That spider at the end very rarely spits acid at you. A lot of the times he's just showing fangs. This is where I used the pistol for the second time. So I was like, well, I'm never coming back down here, so I'm just gonna mag dump these fuckers. So yeah, I'm just wasting... I literally could have just walked up and shotgunned these guys, but I was like, well, I'm not gonna waste the shotgun ammo. Why? Why waste the ammo, you know? So... that's the last time I think I used this stupid handgun. More of the camera fucking me there. It's lovely. Activate the power. If you don't activate the power, you can't proceed, so make sure you do that before you leave. There's a clip on a barrel next to the store. I just don't need it for obvious reasons. We equip our shotgun again. I actually think I used the handgun in here on this zombie too, if memory serves. I'm like, why am I wasting shotgun ammo? But just, you don't actually need this. He's dead. I don't know why the hell I'm like doing this crap. You could just run by him. What you can usually do is just lure him around the table and just run to the elevator. He ain't gonna catch you. Alright, this takes us to an area that we haven't been to yet, so... hooray. But it does connect to the murder hall, which is fucking scary. The zombie's right around the corner over here. There's 2 of them in here. But it doesn't matter, because we're never coming through here again. I would highly advise having 2 open slots when you come in here. I was lucky, though. Because one of the things I was carrying was shotgun rounds. And I think I just decided to use my first aids. Yeah. Because you need to pick up that battery in the corner. That is a key item that we need to proceed with the game. Some acid rounds. I was fortunate enough to have them loaded into my grenade launcher already, so I combine them. Now, the grenade launcher doesn't have a max capacity for ammo, so you can just load it with the same type, like, forever. But it has to be the same type. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to get everything in that room. I was, like, sweating. I was like, oh no. I really don't want to have to run through here again. You do not. So hopefully you're also watching this prior to doing your run. Otherwise, you'd have been like, oh no, I don't have space. But if you're following along exactly doing what I'm doing, you'll be fine. Hunter here. They usually only take one. There's another hunter running the opposite. Yeah, sometimes he'll run the other way. But I heard him running and I was like, okay, well, he's not coming around, so he was coming from behind. But yeah, as you see, sometimes the hunters take 2 shots from acid and sometimes they take 1. I think it depends. I think the grenades can crit. But they have a pretty high chance to crit. Alright, so yeah, I saw that I don't have space, so I'm like, well, fuck, there's an item in here that I need, so I go to deposit the book. I think I actually finally get rid of the fucking handgun. Just put the handgun away. Dude, oh my god. That's literally gonna bother me now. I'm like, why the fuck am I holding on to this handgun? My insurance policy. Alright. I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, there's things in here that I need 2 inventory slots. Because there's regular grenade rounds, the high explosive rounds, and then there's a dagger in here. The dagger doesn't take up an inventory slot, but we need the red gem from the deer skull. Not the deer skull, the deer head. And I wanted the grenade rounds. I don't actually remember if I go back to the inventory box downstairs. I think while I was thinking on the fly, I was just like, no, I can definitely... I'll have just enough space to get everything. But yeah, you have to have this stupid thing look away from you, sneak under it, and then run over and grab the gem. Otherwise, because once the eagle is locked onto that deer head, it locks the gem into place, so you won't be able to get it. But I was thinking about it. I was just like, well, I'm going through the hallway with the Crimson Head, and I am going to kill him. You'll see what I do. Now, once you go through here, turn your analog stick up and immediately aim and just fire. He takes 2 hits to kill. Yeah, he's not George Trevor. He only takes 2 shots. And we're ignoring the other zombie because he wasn't aggroing us. Fortunately. So, eliminate the Crimson Head and that hallway is no longer scary. We head up here, and this is the last room that uses the, I think it's the helmet key. So we get a spot from that. Or no, I was wrong. We have to go downstairs and use it. That's the last door. Sorry. I am mistaken. But I use all my grenade rounds here, and it frees up an inventory slot, because you do need one. Fortunately, it's like, you need 4 shots to kill Yawn. So just do what I do here. 1, 2, 3, and then run. I actually think that 4th shot hit him, but you can't kill Yawn while he's upstairs. So I loaded one into, or loaded the acid rounds, which do more damage to him. And you just need to hit him 1 time. I think I may have missed that first shot. I don't know what happened. But I do know for a fact that 4 acid rounds are enough to kill Yawn. That is a fact. I think it's because I was using grenade rounds. I don't think they do enough damage to him. I just wanted to clear my inventory, and fortunately I had just enough. I never tried to go through that door before, so I wanted to see if it would do anything. It doesn't do anything. It's fucking broken. This is the only way into the library. Alright. So the last door that we need to use the key on is the door that's at the bottom of the main hall stairs. Immediately to the right, there's 2 doors. It's the single door, not the double door. You'll see what I mean if you don't know what I'm talking about. I decided to go the long way, I think, because it connects to that hallway faster. But I also think I was a dipshit and went to go like make inventory space because I didn't think about the key leaving. Or maybe I did, I don't know. We'll see. See, stair skating is kind of nice if you know how to do it. Haven't quite mastered. I feel like, you know, a turbo controller would be really good here, but then the speed runs would be considered tool assisted, and I don't know if people like tool assisted runs. I don't really think it matters. But, hey, there's no shame in using a turbo controller. If I had one, I would use it. Shit. You know how nice it would be not to have to mash fucking X and shit. Alright, and I was just like, oh no, I don't have inventory space. So, I went to go make inventory space like a fucking idiot. So, you don't actually have to do this if you have full inventory. You can literally use the key and it'll leave your inventory, but I think I'm finally getting rid of the fucking pistol. That's a zombie coming through the door where Richard was. Doesn't matter, we're not coming through this hallway ever again. We are permanently done with that hallway. But, if you do what I said, and just use the key, you'll have plenty of room for the box. Because once you use the key, it eliminates an inventory space, and then you use the gem in the next item that you get, so that frees up 2 spots. So you would be fine, and you would have saved yourself a few minutes. Because now I have to run all the way back to the fucking stairs. I decided to cut through the graveyard, because I think it's the fastest way for me. Where I'm at now. So, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I will say that this is probably, without a doubt, my favorite Resident Evil game in the entire franchise. Followed very closely by RE2. Resident Evil 2 was actually the first Resident Evil I ever played. So it holds that special place in my heart. And the remake is fucking phenomenal. Like, my goodness. If you haven't played it, definitely play it. It's well worth it. I will be doing that game too. So yeah, as you can see, discard the key, and I was literally like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, when I got to this part, I was like, of course I forgot. Only me, right? So, save yourself a few minutes there. You could beat this game a lot faster if you don't do what I just did. Because either way, we're going back to a box. It's just a little later. Alright, so mirror room trick. I just decided to fucking cap his ass. It doesn't matter. I have plenty of ammo, and I'm not killing literally every single thing I come across, so it's fine. Use the jewelry, or get the jewelry box. Grab the dagger. Combine the gem with the box. You gotta do this stupid puzzle now. The puzzle is the same every single time. The pieces just rotate, so look at it. That banner thing that I'm holding right there always needs to be facing downward like that. Like, it needs to go across. Now, I will mention that the pieces don't need to be perfect. Like, they don't have to be, like, right next to each other and all that shit. They just need to fit in this indentation here. Excuse me. My goodness. Yeah, at this point I'm getting frustrated and I'm just like mashing the damn button. I'm like, it's gotta fit. And I'm like doing everything I can. I'm like, no, I'm not redoing this, so. Fits there. If it fits, it sits. Same thing with this. And there you go. You get the brooch, examine the brooch turns into a key. The key that goes to the room, we're not actually going in that room immediately. We're going in there on our way back, because we actually have to leave the mansion again. So right now, I think I cut through the graveyard again to go to the save room. I swap out a few items. I believe this is where I finally get rid of the handgun, but I'm not gonna say that I am because I could be lying again. Every time I've gone to the box, I thought I was depositing it. Nope! Too fucking important to get rid of, I guess. Alright. On your way back to the save room, though, I use that brooch key on the door that it goes to, just to get it on my inventory, because once you use it, it discards. So, good way to clear up an inventory space without, you know, keeping it cluttered. I'm very bad at inventory management in this game. So the achievement for not using a box would be very difficult for me. Yeah, use the key on this door, discard it. There are shotgun shells in there and a battery pack if you need them, but the key item in there is the stone or the metal object. We'll be coming through and grabbing it when we go to finish. So you can just leave it. Oh, I think I already discarded the fucking pistol. When did I do that? I guess the last time when I came back here to clear up some space. Okay, so disregard what I said before about the pistol, but, you know. Literally, you don't need it after, like, the first, visit to the mansion. Like, you can just discard it, because once you get Richard's shotgun, you're never going to use it again. I did, but just to save shotgun shells that I thought I was going to use. Never wound up using. Okay, so make sure you have the crank. You are definitely going to need it. Because now that we got the battery, we are going to activate an elevator. Just run past the dogs. Usually they're pretty, they're pretty tame. They don't always attack you. There is a chance that they can, attack, grab onto your arm and stuff, but I think you really have to goof in order for that to happen. Alright, so this is the last time we have to run past the snakes. I don't get bit here, so just follow along with what I'm doing. Yeah, if you follow that pattern there, they will not bite you. It's just on the way back for some reason. I cannot figure it out. I thought I've been doing it right, but no, I always mess up somewhere. Because there are snakes that are that spawn in the same spot every time, but I just don't know their positioning. So we use the battery on this elevator here. Immediately use the elevator upon coming back. We need to go use the crank on that, well, that crank that we used to make the waterfall. Because now we need to get behind it. And once you do this, you will never, ever again use this crank. Unless you want to come back here later and turn it on for some reason. If you're one of those people that likes waterfalls, I don't know. I don't know why Jill couldn't just walk through the water, but hey. She didn't want to get wet, I guess. I understand that. But it's a matter of life and death. You could have walked through the fucking water. I can't remember if I get bit by the dogs here or not. I think I do. Yeah, I got unlucky. That doesn't always happen. I just decided to let it go. I was like, it's fine. You got yours. Congratulations. It doesn't matter because we're not going through that area anymore. That is the last time we'll see those dogs. Alright, and now we are going to do the tunnel section. Before I went to go save, I just went to go get the crank real quick. There's nothing down here that you can't immediately kill with what we have, so once we get the crank, 3 hunters will spawn. 2 in that area, and then 1 where the crank is, but we run past the first one, and we'll never see it again. Alright. And the tunnels are like one of my... They're not one of my least favorite areas. It's the shortest area. But, grab the crank. He's literally just there as a jump scare. Like, you could just run past him. He won't aggro you until, like, after he does his scream. So, just ignore him, run past him. He can feel bad about himself later. I thought I still had my acid rounds in the grenade launcher. I did not. But I just dispatched to the hunters, just 4 shots. It's fine. I was going to use it on, like, because we do have to fight Black Tiger coming up. And if you had 3 grenade rounds, he just dies in 3 grenade rounds, but I have 2 now. It's whatever. I just wind up shotgunning him, so it's alright. I think I decide to save and take a break. Yeah. So I save and I stop to make, you know, myself some lunch and clean up and do some stuff. So yeah, the game just immediately cuts back. Yeah, so quit the game, reload, and here we go. Use the hex crank. Don't need it. Oh, there's a green herb there if you need it. Black Tiger does have a chance to poison you, so just be careful of that. I think I get lucky, and he does attack me, but he doesn't poison me. Alright. Activate the stone, run back to the end, where you came in from, duck in. There's some shotgun shells back here, make sure you go get them. Unless you're good on ammo, in which case, never mind. I'm never content with the amount of ammo that's in this game, so I pick up all of it. Alright, this is the room where you fight Black Tiger. Now, if you have more grenade rounds, fantastic, because you're going to need them. He's not that strong. I shoot him 2 times with this, and then I just shotgun him. But yeah, that attack is very hard to dodge. He's just kind of a shit. And that attack has a very high chance to poison you, too. I got lucky. I checked. I was just like, oh, fuck, I'm not poisoned. So, I just run around him. And then once you see his back pop, just leave the room. Leaving the room resets it, so all the spiders are gone. And then once you re-enter, run to the back and grab the knife. We need it to cut some webbing off the door. Alright. Easy enough, right? Alright, and this is the last room where we use our hex crank. Well, no it's not. This is the second to last room where we use our hex crank. Now, you have to use it 3 times here. I don't know why the hell they couldn't just turn this into one sequence like they did before, but... Hey. I think there's some stuff off to the right and left side. Definitely off to the left-hand side, but I think there's some stuff off to the right-hand side that you can only get there, but... I was like, meh, whatever, it's fine. I don't need it, whatever it is. Now, this will come, immediately run forward into the entrance that you just opened up. Or you could run back to where you came from. Either of those work. I grabbed this and I just decided to use it because I'm injured. Do I actually use it now? I definitely use it. Anyway, there's some healing items in there and I use them to heal. Alright, this is the last room you use the hex crank in. I recommend using tank controls in here because the camera shifts a lot. And especially when you're trying to do precise stuff like this, it's better to have the precision of tank controls. So, what you need to do is you need to rotate the statue 180 degrees. That little device in the middle there rotates everything 90 degrees. So we need to have the statue pushed on it 2 times. Funny enough, it can spin you too for some reason. So if you can avoid stopping on it, you'll save yourself some time because Jill just stands there and spins. It's funny, but it does waste some time. Alright, and then you just match the statue that's on the left-hand side there. I was like, oh no, don't do that. Alright, push it back, and then we get our cylinder piece. Alright, and then we just head back. That room where we got the hex crank, we're heading to the room that was just outside of it with, like, that fencing. That is where we need to go now. So, let's head back. But yeah, when I say the tunnels are relatively short, like, we're done with the tunnels now. Like, all that's left is, the next encounter with Lisa, which isn't that bad. Like, you don't ever have to really interact with her. You just, you can manipulate her spawns, which is very helpful. And I'll show you the best methods for abusing her spawning. I don't know why I picked this up. Oh, I guess I decided to use it and save whatever the hell is in the... Okay, fair play. I'll give myself that. You'll never need this knife again. The fact that, like, the game required you to, need the knife is hilarious. I put the grenade launcher away because I don't have any rounds at the moment. I actually don't know if I use the grenade launcher anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we used the grenade launcher anymore. So that was the last we used of it was on Black Tiger. Now, if you're, like, you know, playing the game for fun, you'll definitely be using it a bit more, but you don't need it. Alright. Head to this back here. Take this piece out, combine it with the one that you got. And then reinsert it, giggity. And the password to this is always 4231. That'll raise this. You go to examine the terminal on it, Barry will run in, and then he takes you down to Lisa's chambers and then fucks you by leaving you there like an asshole. It's fine. We're gonna pay him back for that later. Damn you, Barry. Alright, so first things first. We're gonna force her to spawn on the left-hand side of these this fork in the cave. Run up here, force her spawn. Make sure she follows you. And then run up this way. Turn left here. Go through this door. And there's a box in here. We need to push this box onto an elevator and send the elevator down. This is part of a tiny little puzzle that's down here. It's hardly a puzzle. Pretty much you're taking a broken item and hanging it on a hook to get through a door. Why the fuck this is necessary, I don't know. But it is. They may have well just put a key in here and, you know, had you used to open the door, but I guess that's too cliche. It's clever. I'll give the devs that. Like, it's fucking clever. I guess what's annoying about it is, like, it's slightly timed. Like, you need to hurry up and hang it, otherwise the hooks retract and you need to reset it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's not that bad. Force Lisa's spawn by heading down. You can actually hear her, and you can see her right there. But get her to walk towards you, because I think she can break from that spawn point and then spawn in here and then smack you. It's a pain in the ass. I actually get through the caves without taking any damage. It's kind of nice. Alright, so head back to where Barry is. You get a cutscene of him just leaving you behind. Yeah, fuck you too. We'll be seeing you later, bitch. Alright, head down and then push the box further to the left. We're pushing it into a trash compactor that's down here. You see it with like the caution tape and shit. We are pushing it right in there. And then going against everything that I know about safety procedures, we hop in and grab it. Which is a terrible idea. Never do this. Especially with a giant hydraulic device that is designed to compact and compress trash. For things not limited to metals and or woods. Which our bones are way less fucking dense as. Alright, so we're heading back now. There, while I was running through the caves, you may have noticed a switch on the wall. That's actually what we're going to use to do this puzzle. I think I run through here and I grab the books. This is just to save a little bit of time. Those are endgame items that we need. It's not the books themselves that's important, or the print that's in them, but the emblems that they are holding. See what I mean? So, force Lisa's spawn on the left again. Make sure she follows you, because she can break her, her spawn if she doesn't see you. Activate this. And do exactly what I do. Book it to the right. And then you need to hang the flamethrower on this thing. Make sure your angling is like correct, otherwise you won't place it. You don't have much time, so try to be as, you know, accurate as possible. Alright, this is Lisa's little doll room. It's really creepy. So we're just gonna haul ass through here because there's some snakes hot on our tail. I've never had them bite me before, but I don't want to take the damn chance, and I don't want this to be the first time. Alright, we got the jewelry box. We'll examine it when we get to the item that we need to combine it with. Go up the ladder here. And this will take us to Elisa's cabin. Remember this place? This is where we got our crank. Our first crank, anyway. Yep, funny enough, that, where we got the crank, is where that connects to. Don't worry, Lisa's not up here. We beat her. We are much faster than she is. So now, we're headed back through the outside passage. And if you killed that zombie that was in this area and didn't burn him, he will be a Crimson Head, and you'll have a Crimson Head out here that wants to fucking murder you, so if you leave him alone, he's fine. But yeah, like I said, this area is all like, it's like it counts as stairs, I guess, so he only vomits. So he's pretty much harmless. Just, I would advise not running straight into him. That's never a smart idea. Out here, I've always had pretty much the same consistent luck. If you just run to this zombie's right-hand side, he'll always miss you. At least, that's been my experience. If he does wind up getting you, I'm sorry. You could just shotgun stun him and run by him. At this point, you're not spending the ammo on much else, so might as well. I take a lot of risks in this run, but, I mean, they usually wind up paying off pretty well. And it saves me a little bit of time. Whoop. Excuse me, goodness. Alright, now once you exit through this door, make sure you grab the emblem that we inserted into the door to open it. We are going to need that. And we can kiss that later section goodbye. We are never going back there again. And that room that we used, that we unlocked with that brooch key, we have to go in there now. There's an item in here that we need, and what's in the jewelry box combines with it. Yeah, make sure you hit this lamp, otherwise you can't do anything. Grab the shotgun shells in here. Grab the metal object. Combine it. Well, open it first and then combine it with the metal object that we just picked up. And now we have two identical stone and metal objects. And there's a battery pack here. I'm not going to need it, but hey, you never know. Alright. We are headed back to the main hall now. And we are going to use both of our stone and metal objects. Sup, crows? Last time we're going to see them. Later, fellas. It was good squawking with you. Alright. I don't know why the hell I'm bothering stair skating now. It's like I'm saving like seconds at this point. Not stair skating down these. I do use it going down here because there's a lot of stairs. I would definitely advise practicing stair skating if you want to get through this game fast. It's a good thing to learn. Alright. Insert the emblems, go through the doors. I do decide to save here. This is my third and final save that I make. I did have to go do some stuff, so I decided to just save here. I was going to save further down, but I was like, fuck it. I was like, I had to go get some shopping taken care of. And I did the third save just in case something happened to my recording. I wasn't quite sure if something happened, but it was fine. I didn't even need to do that. But when your inventory looks similar to how mine looks, head down. We're not really going to be using any ammo because we're not actually going to be fighting Lisa. We're just going to be avoiding her. There's no point wasting ammo on her. It does jack shit. But we are about to get Barry's Magnum. Cutscene starts, say no. Lisa knocks him down into the hole. Don't worry about picking up his gun immediately. It doesn't go away. Just focus on pushing these off. There is a chance that Lisa can knock one of these in for you, but it's very weird. I've only ever had it happen once, and it was an accident. But yeah, that's it. Not too hard. Take the skull and GTFO. Keep Barry company. Alright. Grab Barry's Magnum. It is the strongest weapon in the game next to the 4-barrel rocket launcher. Funny enough, the rocket launcher that we're getting from this run is one of the strongest weapons, but it's not the strongest weapon. Alright, open this up, get our eagle emblem, and the other one has the wolf emblem in it. Alright, wolf emblem goes here, eagle goes on the other side, and then once you do this, an entrance opens up at the back. And that is how we get to the labs. The last section of the game. I would say in this playthrough, getting the worst ending, the labs is actually the fastest section. But the tunnels is usually the shortest for me. It's very close to the Residence, like, in terms of length. If you're getting the worst ending, you're not actually spending too much time on either of those locations. Alright, I keep everything in my inventory because we're just rushing through this. I just try to avoid this guy because, like, there's really no point in killing him because he always spawns down there. I get rid of this guy, and this guy snuck up on me. I tried to kill him, but... I mean, I did kill him successfully, but... I was just like, eh, screw it. I don't hear him getting back up, so I think I killed him, but didn't decapitate him. It's fine. I just shotgun stunned him so I can get past him. We're just gonna go unlock all the doors right now. Logins John, passwords Ada. The door unlock code is Cell. Make sure you unlock both. Once you do that, you're done. And we can just get out of here. Now there's a battery pack in that room back there, but we don't need it. I highly doubt that I will be getting grabbed anymore at this point in the game. I decided to try my luck decapitating this guy, and fortunately, my luck was on my side there. One less zombie I have to burn. Now, this area, you definitely want it to be clear of zombies. Ugh. I run in here to kill this zombie. Because I always usually forget about it. Yeah, the naked zombies do not come back as Crimson Heads, so you can kill them without worrying about whether they'll respawn or not. I was going to pick up the flame rounds, but I'm like, nah, you know what? I don't think I'll actually need it. Because, like, I don't, like, it takes about, I would say, 20 minutes for a crimson, like, a zombie to turn into a Crimson Head. And I don't think I'm actually in the labs any longer than, like, 15. So, I don't... Yeah, I decided to use a Magnum round on him because a Magnum is, like, a guaranteed fucking, like, kill. So I was like, fuck it. You know what? It kills the Tyrant in one hit. And I think it's, like, a guaranteed headshot on every zombie. So I said, screw it. Yeah, this guy died, so I was like, eh, fuck. But, funny enough, on the way out, he does not turn into a Crimson Head. And if he did, he didn't attack me, so... Hey. It's a win. The code for this is always 8462, every time. Every difficulty. Both characters, it doesn't actually matter. I actually don't know if it works for both characters, it always works for Jill on every difficulty. Shotgun shells here. Literally overkill, we're not gonna need it. But, if you don't do this run and you need more shotgun ammo, there's some shotgun ammo. Grab the map. I didn't know there was a map there, I was just trying to go through the door. So, we got a map, I guess. Gonna head back downstairs. We got our lab key now, so we can go use it on the 2 doors down here, just to get rid of it. We're not actually going through this door here. We're just using it to use the key. Discard it. There's going to be 2 naked zombies in here. We're just going to kill them real quick. There's one up here, and then there's one down the stairs. Actually, decapitate that one. You can see his ass. Disgusting. Disgusting, rotten ass. Alright, so while we're in here, we need to grab the nitro canister. And while we're in here, we're actually just going to get rid of all these chimeras. These nasty, annoying little fuckers. There's 3 in here. We're not going to go kill the others yet because they don't come in here. All the ones that are in the rooms are set. So we grab the canister. Then yeah, we're just going to go get rid of these other 2 chimeras. They're just annoying. And one more here. Let it get back up. If you don't, if you shoot it when it's like in its animation standing up, there's always a chance that you could decapitate it, but it'll just start swinging around wildly. So just wait for it to stand up completely and stop moving, and then shoot it again. Yeah, you can tell a lot about what you can do to the enemies by like what their frames look like. Yeah, like shooting something that's like in the middle of standing up, like you're giving it a chance to attack you pretty much. All right, we head in here now. This is where we use our canister. Now, it fills it with nitro. You cannot run while you're using it. Now, like, I recently watched Carsey play this again, and like apparently you can, but you can run like 4 steps, walk a little bit, run 4 steps, and I'm like, I really don't want to risk that, because my last save was before I fought Lisa, so I was like, Nah, I'm gonna fucking play it safe. And we're just gonna walk. We're just gonna list lazily to the left and waddle our fucking happy ass back to the room where we got this thing. And that's it. You really don't want there to be enemies between here and there. That's why I suggest killing them. All of them. And if you did not headshot the zombies, burn them. I'm not sure what would happen if you got grabbed or attacked while you have this stuff. I've never had it happen. I would imagine you fucking explode, though, and that's no bueno. You'd be muy muerto, very, very for certain. You and everything around you. So, just walking, you know? Ever go out for a nice little walk? Little creepy underground laboratory with naked ass zombies everywhere. Oh, doing a little stretch. That's one beautiful thing about post-recording is I could just sit here and talk and stretch and have my drinks. But yeah. That's it. Once you put it in here, you are free to move around. Alright. We are now free. So what we're going to do is now we have to proceed through this area all the way to the last room so we can activate the power. We need the power to go upstairs, well, to ride the elevator up to fight the tyrant. A chimera pops through behind you. There's an example of fucking attacking just a little too early. I had to reload, so I was like, oh shit. But funny enough, I reloaded automatically. It's just I goofed. Yeah, they pissed me off, so I wasn't letting any of them live. They dropped me into caution. I was like, you fucker. Low caution, mind you. In here, I don't fuck around so much. I just activate this, and on the way out, I just shotgun stun it and walk past it. Because another one spawns on the other side of the room, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. I would much rather not. Just ignore him. He will not follow you through here. Yeah, I equipped the Magnum because we are heading to fight the Tyrant now. Tyrant dies in one shot from Barry's Magnum every time. The only other weapon that can do that is the rocket launcher. I don't know about the one that you unlock by beating the game sub 3 hours, but I know that the other one definitely does. Heading on up to confront Wesker. Go through the door. There will be 3 cutscenes, and after the 3rd cutscene skip, just aim your gun, shoot it, and Tyrant's dead. Goodbye, sir. Alright. Grab the key that's on the ground here. That's the master key for the labs. That's how we're going to get out of here. Run all the way to the end here. Interact with this computer. Release the lock, and then just leave. That's it. Just leave. Leave the labs. We are done. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You have beaten Resident Evil. I guess there is, you know, a couple enemies on the way out. I just dumped the fucking Magnum into them and they're just dead, so it doesn't matter. I thought that Crimson, like that zombie I killed earlier, would turn into a Crimson Head. It doesn't. I completed the labs before he was able to turn. And you were down here less than 20 minutes. 2 chimeras pop out of the, one comes out of a vent as you're exiting here, and then one comes out of a vent on the ground further up. So turn around. That's an example of killing it while it's in its animation. I decapitated it, but it's still alive. I just decided to ignore the second one. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I was prepping myself. I'm like, alright, Crimson Head at the top of the stairs. Here we go. Just doesn't happen. I was like, oh. And this guy doesn't even give me any shit. He's just like, alright, later, man. Okay! I'll take it. A free fucking pass. Okay, I'll take it. And that's it. No more enemies. So yeah, I mean, I really hope you guys found this helpful if you do decide to do a sub 3-hour run. I completed the game in like almost exactly 2 hours. So if I can do it, you guys can definitely do it. Doing this ending in particular also gets you a bunch of achievements. Well, not a bunch, but it gets you a few. If you didn't get the infinite handgun, you get that. You get the infinite rocket launcher. You get the trophy for beating the game with the worst ending. And you also get all the difficulty-related ones. And yeah. Obviously, if you get the best ending, you net the most achievements, but, you know. There is one for beating the game, with this ending, so why not make that your speedy run? Get yourself an infinite rocket launcher so you can have some fun. Alright, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have beaten the game. There it is. Fruits of our labor. I just kind of like set my controller and like exhaled for a minute after this. I was like, thank fucking God. Alright. Skip all this.
Jill, you did a fine job.
2 hours, 6 minutes, 44 seconds. 3 saves. Used just over 10 health items, so, you know, not too bad. Alright, well, again, I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end if you have. If you want to watch the no commentary version, that's on my other channel. Please subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next upload. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.